Good day, everyone. Father Jimmy. Hope you're doing well. And it is Friday, and it is the 21st day of June. Today, I'm going to be reading from both of our readings from our liturgy. Our first reading is from the second book of Kings, chapter 11, beginning with verse 1 and through forward. When Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she began to kill off the whole royal family. But Jehosheba, daughter of King Jehoram and sister of Ahaziah, took Joash, his son, and spirited him away along with his nurse from the bedroom where the princes were about to be slain. She concealed him from Athaliah, and so he did not die. For 6 years he remained hidden in the temple of the Lord, while Athaliah ruled the land. But in the 7th year, Jehoiada summoned the captains of the Carians and of the guards. He had them come to him in the temple of the Lord, exacted from them a sworn commitment, and then showed them the king's son. The captains did just as Jehoiada the priest commanded, each one with his men, both those going on duty for the Sabbath and those going off duty that week, came to Jehoiada the priest. He gave the captains King David's spears and shields, which were in the temple of the Lord, and the guards with drawn weapons lined up from the southern to the northern limit of the enclosure, surrounding the altar and the temple on the king's behalf. Then Jehoiada led out the king's son and put the crown and the insignia upon him. They proclaimed him king and anointed him, clapping their hands and shouting, "Long live the king!" Athaliah heard the noise made by the people and appeared before them in the temple of the Lord. When she saw the king standing by the pillar, as was the custom, and the captains and trumpeters near him, with all the people of the land rejoicing and blowing trumpets, she tore her garments and cried out, "Treason! Treason!" But Jehoiada the priest instructed the captains in command of the force, "Bring her outside through the ranks. If anyone follows her," he added, "let him die by the sword." He had given orders that she should not be slain in the temple of the Lord. She was led out forcibly to the horse gate of the royal palace, where she was put to death. Then Jehoiada made a covenant between the Lord as one party and the king and the people as the other, by which they would be the Lord's people, and another covenant between the king and the people. Thereupon all the people of the land went to the temple of Baal and demolished it. They shattered its altars and images completely, and slew Mathan, priest of Baal, before the altars. Jehoiada appointed a detachment for the temple of the Lord. All the people of the land rejoiced, and the city was quiet, now that Athaliah had been slain with the sword at the royal palace. And turning to our gospel today, Matthew 6, beginning with verse 19. Jesus said to his disciples, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and decay destroy and thieves break in and steal, but store up treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor decay destroys, nor thieves break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there also will your heart be. The lamp of the body is the eye. If your eye is sound, your whole body will be filled with light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be dark in darkness. And if the light in you is in darkness, how great will be that darkness." Well, the term influencer has grown in usage these past few years. Those identified as such do exactly that. They influence people, young and old alike, through the internet and social media. They attain multitudes of followers and use their celebrity status to bolster interest in specific ideas, brands, products, even ways of behaving and acting. They generally do this in exchange for sponsorship or payment. Many have become role models for others, especially young people. For some, they are idols, and their influence encourages meaningless passing fads. Some even fill minds with ideas that directly oppose a saintly way of life, leading many astray. Other influencers have opened minds to goodness in health, fitness, spirituality, and help people to grow. St. Aloysius Gonzaga is a perfect example of a true influencer. He is the patron saint of Catholic youth, teens, and seminarians. He turned away from a life of wealth and power back in the 16th century, joining the seminary at a young age and devoting his short life to the Lord. He practiced penance in many different ways and truly realized what real treasure was. He knew it was not to be found here on earth. Real treasure was kept behind the gates of heaven with the Lord. The Lord has so much to offer us: love, truth, warmth, comfort, grief. His gifts are endless. While we try to attain material goods to feel fulfilled here in this world, it will never compare to the intangible treasures that Christ has in store for us. So we must make the sacrifices now in order to experience true fulfillment after death. In other words, we don't want to act as Athaliah did in our first reading today, letting earthly desires consume us. We do not want to be influenced by those obsessed by material treasures here on earth. We want to be influenced by those such as St. Aloysius, who fought against the disillusionment of the world by studying the lives of saints, seeking heavenly treasure. If we seek this kind of treasure, we will surely find it in heaven with the Lord. And that's where the challenge always is. We must keep our minds fixed, those things above, and not get too distracted with the things of this world. Let's keep praying for one another as we end this week, this work week together. Hope your Friday is going well as we approach this weekend. God bless you and take care.